You wake up to a notification, your performance review is tomorrow. Your stomach knots. For weeks, you've been bending over backwards, staying late, agreeing to extra projects, trying to be indispensable. But deep down, you know the truth, the company doesn't care. If you left, they'd replace you by Friday. It stings. You feel used, like a tool discarded after its job is done. This is the modern curse. We want to be valued, needed, irreplaceable. But nature doesn't work that way. And neither, it turns out, does wisdom. 2,600 years ago, a man on a water buffalo rode out of the Central Plains, leaving behind a text of only 5,000 characters. He wasn't interested in comforting you. He was interested in waking you up. His name was Lousy, and his words on this chapter cut through the fog of our desperate need for meaning. Imagine a world where nothing is personal, not the rain that ruins your picnic, not the promotion you didn't get, not the friend who betrays you. That world sounds cold, doesn't it? Yet Lousy points to a deeper truth: the universe's indifference is not a flaw, but a feature. It's the very condition for freedom. Because if the universe doesn't need you, you don't need to perform. You don't need to prove your worth. You can simply exist, like a tree or a stone, without the weight of cosmic expectation. This is radical. It's the opposite of every self-help book that tells you you're special. You are not special, and that is the most liberating news you'll ever hear. The sage, the wise one, treats people like straw dogs, not with neglect, but with a pure, unattached presence. They see your suffering without drowning in it. They help without needing to be needed. This is not apathy. This is a love so vast it doesn't cling. Can you imagine what it would feel like to be loved that way? To be seen clearly, without anyone trying to fix you. That's what the Tao offers. And it starts with you learning to see yourself the same way. Laozi's original Chinese reads. Let's break it down. Heaven and earth are not benevolent, they treat all things as straw dogs. Straw dogs were ceremonial offerings used in ancient Chinese rituals, elaborately crafted, then discarded and trampled after the ceremony. Harsh? Yes. But Laozi isn't being cruel. He's being honest. Nature doesn't play favorites. The storm doesn't ask if you're a good person before it floods your home. The sun doesn't shine brighter on the virtuous. This is not indifference, it's impartiality. And there's a strange freedom in it. The sage is not benevolent, he treats the people as straw dogs. The wise person doesn't get entangled in your drama. They see you clearly, without the need to save you or judge you. The space between heaven and earth, is it not like a bellows? Empty yet inexhaustible, the more it moves, the more it produces. The bellows is hollow, but its emptiness is what makes it powerful. Many words lead to exhaustion, better to hold the center. Stop explaining, stop justifying, stop trying to control the narrative. Return to the quiet pivot point within. Think about your most difficult relationship. Maybe a parent who never seems satisfied, a partner who needs constant reassurance, a friend who drains you with their crises. You've tried everything, explaining your feelings, setting boundaries, giving more. And it's exhausting. Laozi says, stop. Treat them like straw dogs. Not with cruelty, but with detachment. See them as they are, a person playing out their own karma, without needing to fix them. When you release the burden of being benevolent in the conventional sense, you free yourself to be present without agenda. You don't have to be the savior. You don't have to be the villain. You can simply be the bellows, empty, responsive, but not clinging. Try it tonight. When someone complains, don't rush to solve it. Just listen. Let their words pass through you like wind through an open window. You'll find a new kind of peace. But this is harder than it sounds. Our conditioning screams that if we don't fix things, we are bad people. We are taught that love means constant effort, constant giving. But what if love is simply being present? What if the greatest gift you can give someone is the space to be exactly as they are, without your interference? Imagine your mother criticizes your life choices. Instead of defending yourself or explaining, you simply nod. You don't absorb her anxiety. You don't fight it. You let it be. She might be confused at first. But eventually, she might learn from your example. You become a mirror, not a battlefield. And in that mirror, she sees her own restlessness. That's the sage's way, not to change others, but to be so still that they change themselves. At work, you're told to be passionate, to care deeply about the mission. But the mission changes every quarter. The company will restructure without asking. Your projects will be killed, your ideas ignored. And you'll be expected to smile and pivot. This is where many words lead to exhaustion hits hardest. How many meetings have you sat through where everyone talks in circles, trying to prove their value? How many emails have you written to justify your existence? Laozi says, better to hold the center. Do your work with skill, but don't attach your identity to it. Be like the bellows, efficient, powerful, but empty of self-importance. When you stop needing the job to validate you, you become more effective. You speak less and act with more precision. You become the person who doesn't need to be needed, and that's exactly the person everyone needs. Consider the craftsman. A master carpenter doesn't beg the wood to become a chair. He simply works with it, applying his skill without attachment to the outcome. If the chair breaks, he doesn't take it personally. He builds another. That's the attitude Laozi advocates. At work, you can be like that carpenter. Show up, do your best, then let go. If your project is cancelled, so be it. Your worth isn't tied to that spreadsheet. Your worth is in the doing, not the done. And when you embody that, a strange thing happens, you become magnetic. People trust you because you don't need anything from them. You're not desperate. You're the calm eye of the storm. That's the power of holding the center. It's not passive, it's profoundly active. It's the action of non-action, Wu Wei. The most important application is inside you. Your inner critic never shuts up. You should be happier, more productive, more grateful, more enlightened. You're trying to be benevolent to yourself, but it's backfiring. You're judging your own thoughts, trying to control your emotions, wanting to be a good person in your own head. Laozi says, stop. Treat your thoughts like straw dogs. They arise, they are used, they are discarded. Don't cling to the positive ones. Don't fight the negative ones. The mind is a bellows, empty at its core. When you stop trying to fill it with meaning, it becomes inexhaustible. Sit for 5 minutes today and just watch your thoughts come and go. Don't label them. Don't engage. Just be the space between them. That space is not empty, it's full of potential. That's the center. Hold it. But we resist this emptiness. We fear it. We think if we're not constantly thinking, we'll cease to exist. Yet the opposite is true. The thinker is not the self. The self is the awareness in which thoughts appear. When you identify with the bellows emptiness, you become vast. You realize that no thought can touch you. Anxiety arises? It's just a cloud passing through the sky of your mind. Anger flares? It's a wave on the ocean. You are not the cloud, not the wave. You are the sky, the ocean. And this is not a metaphor, it's a direct experience available to you right now. Close your eyes. Notice the gap between your last thought and the next. That gap is your true nature. It's always there, but overlooked. Laozi is pointing you to it. Better to hold the center, that center is the gap. The more you rest there, the less you are pushed around by life. You become like a deep lake, storms may ruffle the surface, but the depths remain still. Consider Zhuangzi, Laozi's philosophical air. Once, when his wife died, his friend Huisha found him singing and drumming on a pot. Horrified, Huisha said, "You lived with her, she raised your children, and now you don't even weep." Zhuangzi replied, "When she first died, I was sad. But then I looked back to her beginning, before she was born. Not just before birth, but before her body. Not just before her body, but before her spirit. In the midst of the jumble of wonder and mystery, a change took place and she had a spirit. Another change and she had a body. Another change and she was born. Now there's been another change and she's dead. It's like the 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter. She is lying peacefully in the great house. If I were to weep and wail, it would show that I don't understand destiny. This is not coldness. This is the deepest love, one that doesn't cling." He treated her like a straw dog, honored in her time, then released. And notice, he didn't suppress his initial sadness. He felt it. But he also saw the larger pattern. He didn't get stuck. He moved with the Tao, which is constant change. Can you apply this to your own losses? A job ends, a relationship fades, a dream dies. You can weep, and you should. But then you can also see it as a change of seasons. Not a tragedy, but a transformation. The straw dog was beautiful in the ceremony. It served its purpose. Then it returns to dust. So do we. And that's okay. 3 things you can do today. 1. When you feel the urge to explain yourself, pause. Take a breath. Say 1 sentence instead of 10. Notice how much energy you save. People don't need your explanations. They need your presence. 2. Pick 1 relationship where you feel overinvested. For 1 day, practice a benign neglect, don't initiate contact, don't solve their problems, just let them be. Notice how it feels. You might feel guilty. That's the old conditioning. But observe, does the world end? Does the person collapse? Or do they simply find their own way? You'll learn that your constant intervention was not love, it was control. 3. Sit in silence for 3 minutes. Imagine your mind as a bellows. With each exhale, empty it a little more. Don't try to think of anything. Just be the hollow space. Do this before a meeting, after an argument, or when you feel overwhelmed. You'll feel a shift. The noise settles. The center reveals itself. And from that center, you can act with clarity and compassion, not from desperation. This is not a one-time practice. It's a lifelong return. Every time you catch yourself trying to be special, trying to be needed, trying to be the center of the universe, come back to the bellows. Come back to the straw dog. Come back to the emptiness that holds everything. This is the way of the Tao. It's simple, but not easy. Yet the reward is immense, freedom from the constant striving for significance. You are significant precisely because you are not special. You are part of the whole, like every leaf on every tree. And the whole doesn't need you to be anything other than what you already are. Stop being the universe's favorite. Start being its equal. The Tao doesn't love you. It also doesn't hate you. It simply moves through you, like wind through a bellows. You can resist, or you can become that hollow space, and let the world breathe through you. The choice is yours. Until next time, walk with emptiness.